Someone's at my door. Wait a second.
Well, good evening, folks, and hello, and welcome to another session. Session 3, I want to say. I don't, hard to keep track of even after one session, but we are here with another session of our Princes of the Apocalypse. I am your Dungeon Master, Dungeon Mister, joined by our fantabulous players this evening. That's you guys.
What's up, guys? Thank you for that.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
yeah. I mean, you know. Yeah. And unfortunately, Zalara had to go run away on forever. But
Important official business.
we'll talk about what happened last time, even with Berzek, before we get into what's going to happen this time. If you guys are ready and raring, let's talk about things. So last time, Zalara asked Berzek to inspect something outside the cave that she had noticed wanted a dwarven eye. And the remainder of you pressed onwards into the space, climbing cliffs of kind of like thin air gusts in throughout. You found a pillar with strange symbols on it, and the word wind vein. Climbing to higher, you couldn't even breathe as the wind attempted to take your very breath in this cavern. Torn climbed up as a bear the easiest, and even though a word couldn't be spoken in this space, he found a third gemstone of greenish emerald coloration that howled with wind around it. Quickly leaving this space, you guys headed to the final cave and now able to speak. It was a lit area filled with pools of bubbling magma and another broken column. Furiel deftly tiptoed through the area, finding a fourth gemstone, this one warm to the touch. And luckily, he had the cooling water gemstone in his other hand to keep him cool in this magma-filled hot lava chamber. He also saw another symbol on the column in here. You guys headed to the main chamber with the 4 braziers/bowls. Eventually figured out the order to put the stones in, which all activated at once, revealing a deep purple eye in one way or another in their respective elements. And the way deeper opened, stairs dimly lit by purple light going up and down. You headed deeper into the space. Deep within the darkness, you were met by an old hag in her own abode here, this purple lit hall, a fire pit in the center gleaming with dim purple flames. And you spoke to her, and she seemed to know a lot, or little, depending on your perspective, about what had been happening in the valleys and hills, or at the very least, inklings, visions, sights, she would say, even though half of what she said was in rhyme. But throughout the conversation, Orsic tended to stay weary and distrustful. Lucky was very forthcoming and interested in what she had to offer, though. She said she'd give a vision if you would take hers with you on a journey, giving you a necklace for one of you to carry, which, noticing it held a still-looking eye, possibly her own, as she was missing one, within the center of this amulet. But as you accepted the deal with this hag, she showed you, those of you who are willing, various visions in the flames, seeing disaster, orbs, prophets, battle, and a small snack of crab apples. But you guys took your vision and quickly took your leave as Pax donned the necklace, met back up with the others, as apparently Zalara had to, whatever her and Berzek had found, it was cause for her to leave. As Berzek, she did kind of show you this old dwarven rune. Not much other than this little fragment of dwarvish. It would be like a letter or two, but nothing. Just almost like a warning sign that was uncovered by the rubble. But you would see the others exit out of the cave, Berzuk. And that is where we're going to pick up. A little bit of light rain flitting over the hills here. And that is where we're going to pick up.
So we've already exited the cave.
You guys have exited the cave.
Okay.
And it might be prudent to take your findings and maybe have a drink or something over this and discuss what you had seen.
Hey, well, lads, that was quite an adventure, huh? What say we go find a place to have an ale? Growing quite parched.
There must be a lot to fill me in on.
Ha! You wouldn't believe it.
Mm-hmm.
Quite a few things.
Red Larch is not far. Or
It's about a mile or so.
we could head back to the farm. But that might not be such a good idea. My mother has a thing for dwarves. I wouldn't be able to speak to her potential behavior.
Is your mother as large as you?
Oh no, she's a bit larger.
I think Red Larch's the way.
He cooks and eats them.
Oh, no, but you might wish she had.
Right, that's enough for me. Off to Red Larch.
I agree with my brother here.
All right.
And as they walk away, he's going to be mumbling, "She does have some really good ale."
He stops in his tracks. Yeah. What do you think?
She's probably busy tending to
Red
the
Larch
farm
has-
now that Torrin's not around also. But
She might be rather cranky.
absolutely. Red Lark's just down the road, and you guys were, honestly, Berzek and Orsic had just left Red Larch this morning, and now it's probably early afternoon still, so you can make it before evening time.
Well, off we go.
All right. As you get back on the long road, heading in this, again, it's just a light drizzle over the scene, and it's passing through vast farmlands, rolling hills, a little bit higher and more rolling to the east, to the west a little more flat. But you can easily see Red Larch as you approach it. It's a little town on the long road. It's known as being a few days' travel north of Waterdeep and south of Yarder. Mostly a way station for caravans coming to or from one of those cities. It only has one inn, the Swinging Sword, but also does have a tavern across the way, the Helmet High Sun. And as you approach the town of Red Larch, people would give you nods and not quite hushed whispers, but it seems everyone is gossiping about something or another. You might overhear the occasional bit of rumors of fierce raiders, roaming monsters, and suspicious strangers. As well as this weird, like, almost late summer rain. It's early spring, and the rain does have like almost a warmth to it. It's not a cooling rain at all. It's that humid, not fun rain. Just enough to
After
yeah.
Florida.
Yeah, if you're from the deep south, you know all about that muggy rain. And that's much what it is. And there'd be the occasional bit of fog looming, low clouds in the skies. But you have arrived in Red Larch. I'll bring you to the Red Larch map for funsies. But the Swinging Sword is the largest building in town, and right across from it, the other red roof building is the Helmet High Sun, which is more of a tavern. More simply just a bar. The inn has a restaurant, and is a little more hoity-toity.
Well, we're gonna need a place to stay tonight. So, why don't we head on over to the inn?
Yes, I'm tired.
Put in a long day's work there. Changing into bears.
That's not so bad.
There would be some friendly nods towards Torin, and some strange glances towards Pax, as they are both locals of different varieties. However, arriving to the Swinging Sword, you can see there is a door next door. The All Faith Shrine, which two doors stand open actually as one. But the inn itself is a 3-story structure made of stone, steep slate roof, bristled with many chimneys, many of which you see a good amount of soot around each of them. You can see a signboard jutting just over the door, hanging from chains. And it is a 10-foot long carved wooden scimitar, emblazoned with the words, "The Swinging Sword," in red paint on both sides of it. There is a small yard nearby where people have stabled their horses and whatnot. But yeah, as you enter into the inn itself, it'd be kind of, say, like pre-dinner service, so it's not quite bustling. Be a few people lazying about, and there would be this quick flash of fire coming from the kitchen as quickly you would hear a "oh," and then a couple of coughs as smoke would just eject from the kitchen doors. You can see a woman dressed in somewhat finery, a little bit of soot covered now. Oh, well, hey, y'all. Welcome to the Swinging Sword. You looking for rooms or some meals? I think I know. Seen you dwarf folk around. Torn, I don't think we're due for a produce, run anytime soon.
Not here on that kind of business.
And you would know this is Miss Kalessa Urkel, the owner and proprietor.
We are Kalessa in the business for both food
Aye.
and lodging.
Oh, well, fair enough. Well, grab a table. We do have some nice mutton this evening. It should be ready shortly. Would you like some tea or perhaps some wine? Or something a little more standard fare?
Goat
Just
milk.
good old ale for me.
Goat milk, some ale. All
Who
right.
else?
Just some water for me.
All right. I'll get a variety of drinks on for you, and just there's lots of tables open. Feel free to sit where you please. I'll be with you in a moment.
Is there many other folks?
There
in
would be
here?
a handful of people. There'd be two elder look like some sort of like sheep herders or something, kind of sitting by themselves, gossiping. And there would be looks to be a half-elf individual, standing up straight, flipping through some book pages and occasionally glancing up every now and then, dressed in kind of reddish and white robes.
Well, I'm gonna look for a table that's furthest away from prying ears.
Absolutely, it's easy enough to do. There's only 3 occupants, because it's a little early, like I said. But you can easily find a table away from anyone and everyone.
Perfect. Well, I'll walk over there and grab a seat. and
You
wait
said
for
the
the
half
group.
elf's reading a book.
Yep.
Pax is gonna go up and ask him what page he's reading.
I am on Psalm 162 of 427. Have you traveled along the road? Where did you hail from?
I'm drinking goat milk.
Oui. Were you on the road though?
Is there a goat on the road?
I'm sure there are many goats along many roads.
Which road?
Well, I'm not certain which way they would have come. I'm assuming they would have come from the Cairn Road. No, but
You're not
perhaps the Long Road,
You're
I'm
from
not
here?
sure. No, I am, sorry, I should introduce myself. I am Brother Earden. I am a, acolyte of Lathander, the god of the dawn. Don't know if you are familiar.
Yep.
Oh.
Heard of him.
Oui. Well, I am an itinerant priest, and I recently came from Belliard by way of Westbridge, and well, I was hoping to meet there was a delegation that was up there 2 days ago. They said they would be coming by this way, but I am surprised I had not seen them yet. I was just curious if there was word about them.
It might have been one of the roads the goat's on.
The goat you are drinking the milk from?
No, that goat's in the back.
Oh. No, figured I would ask since you approached me. But yes, I'm just doing some late studies while I await their arrival.
You seem like kind of a weird fella. I'm gonna go.
Oh.
I'm going back to the group now.
Okay.
I'm gonna
As
get
all
there
that-
and be like, I asked this guy what page he was reading, and he told me all about some delegation he's trying to wait for from the road. Some people just can't talk normal.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. You say anything else about the delegation?
They were on a goat road.
A
He
goat?
might think that it's the same goat I'm getting the milk from, which is ludicrous. Somebody go whisper to him, what's her name? Charlotte? Not to serve him anymore.
You can see him occasionally looking up over at you with one eye, occasionally sipping a small glass of red wine. It's raising an eyebrow, but that's about it.
Goes Bearzak, because I think this is the first time he's ever really had time to interact with Pax.
Torin will sit down, and by that I mean on the floor.
Yeah, so he's the same height as everyone else when he sits down. Yeah.
And he'll look at he'll sort of see Berzak kind of cocking an eye at this situation, and he'll say, "Oh, it'll get much worse, much
Or
worse."
better.
Forward to that.
And have
Percy,
our
what do you think?
beverages arrived?
Yeah, I would say Kaylessa would drop them off. And, well, I hope y'all are being safe out there. There's rumors of missing folk and this and that out there, monsters and strange weather.
Careful with all that talk. That guy over there drinking the wine thinks goats did it.
Um,
I'll turn.
I'm sure.
Told you.
She just kind of looks and, um, well, here's your
Well, Miss
goat's
Kayla,
milk.
you got anything any more specific besides general course?
I don't get too involved with a scuttlebutt here and there. You know, I hear rumors every now and then, just mostly little bits, you know. There's talk around town about some caravan or something that will be passing through the valley. I don't know much about all that, but I have heard that there's bandits about and brigands and stuff. So it'd be good to keep your guard about if you're going on the road. Or off-road. If you're looking for rumors, though, I'd suggest going over to, there's a place. I just gotta remember which one it was. Head over to Gailka's. I'm sure they always getting haircuts and stuff. They like to gossip around the barber shop. You know how they are.
Torin looks a little distressed for a second.
They won't cut your hair if you don't want them to.
Hmm. He'll reach into his hair and pull out a few loose leaves, sprinkle them into his water, and he'll rub his hand over it, and it's perfectly steeped.
Hmm.
And just sort of steaming slightly.
Nothing like some good old hair tea. Well,
Of course, I will say I know
Berzek,
Valivo also, from Valivo's Sundries in the south. I think he just made a trip and had some purchases. He had no trouble on the road, though, so could all be hearsay. But I'll leave you to it. I'll get some mutton going for you all as soon as it's ready. I'll bring it out.
well, thank you very much.
Maybe kindly.
And she'll leave you to it.
Well, you missed out on quite a lot there, Berzek. There was an old hag in there. Bunch of different stones and elements. And basically, she gave us some information about what was going on around here. Information may not be the right word. Visions. I don't know if I trust them.
You didn't get any visions.
No, she was telling us about visions.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you might want to ask the other few what's going on. They decided to do whatever with her. Went into a trance.
What did you do with the hag, friends?
She's still there at the moment. She seemed awfully powerful.
I would say, Berzek, you would notice that Pax has a weird talisman that he didn't have around his neck previously. A beaded chain of stone, and kind of in the center of the amulet is an eyeball. It looks real enough. Or a perfect gemstone replica.
Max, what is that around your neck? From the hag?
Max starts looking in a circle. And looks at Torin. Is he talking to me?
Torin points his big finger at Pax's nose and then pushes down, sort of guiding his face down to the big amulet.
Oh, this old thing. Someone gave it to me. When did that happen?
Sometime in the last few hours.
Well, I guess I better lay off the goat's milk. Why, do you want it?
No, I don't want it. It's just it's a peculiar object. What is it?
Is it peculiar because I'm wearing it?
Maybe a little more so, but I think it's peculiar in itself.
Is it because where I'm wearing it?
No, I don't think so. And with every sentence, Bearsick's just taking another step, like trying to keep up.
Looks like that.
Well, let's just suffice it to say that she had a lot of strange things to say. But with what's going on in the world around us, I couldn't say it doesn't make any sense.
I can't make much sense of this either. And he pulls out the room that he and Zalara were looking at. Was Bearsick able? Does it mean anything? Did he decipher it?
It would have
If
just
not,
been like warning. That's
Just warning.
That's just a warning. Just hey, stay away.
Gotcha.
Keep out.
Did she say where she got it?
It was
He's
right
gonna flip-
outside the cave.
Oh, it was right outside the cave.
Yeah, it was just kind of barely hidden.
He's gonna flip it to Orsic and say, maybe we should have read this before we went in.
I might have been a good idea, but we still would have gone in anyway.
Yeah, you're probably right. And we got a creepy necklace out of it.
We did. But supposedly it has some things that might be helpful to us. Although it is the hag's eye, and she can see everything that we see.
Her breath wasn't that bad, so I don't think she ate any kids recently.
I don't think I've ever met anyone that ate kids, so I wouldn't know what their breath would smell like.
Oh, how fortunate to live such a blissful life.
Bearsick from across the table gets down at like the eye level of the amulet and just kind of waves.
It'll wink at you.
Whoa! What's in this?
It's just standard fail
Special-
ale.
What else did the hag say? Did she say anything about what's going on?
You'll have to ask some of the other folk. I was very wary of the situation, and mainly paying attention to the undead skeleton dog and the hag. Sorry, forgot to mention that part. It never came to life, but I sensed it, and there was.
It's
an
like,
undead
I'm a
skeleton dog.
storyteller. You can't be leaving out details like a skeleton dog. I'm sorry.
There was a lot that went on there, my friend. A lot.
Fair enough. Lucky, you're awfully quiet over there. What did you think of the hag?
Oh, the hag gave me a necklace.
Oh, there it is.
Lucky.
You alive, Lucky?
Oh yeah. Just shell shocked after that entire encounter, and just staring, just lost into the floorboards, thinking about what happened. And every now and again, you'll just I'll whisper under my breath, "Apocalypse is coming," and then I'll dismiss just everything that's going on around me. I'm just staring into the ground.
Penny for your thoughts there, Lucky.
Keep saying the apocalypse is coming, but I haven't met that person.
Come on, Lucky. Talk to us.
I'll kind of look up towards Thorin and Pax, and more so at Pax, and just kind of like, did that lady know you, or somebody that you know?
Oh, definitely.
Oh,
So you know this lady. You met her before?
Nope. Maybe. Depends on what time of day you ask.
oh,
Kind of turned to Berzik, and he's an odd one. He is.
I'll look over at Stonebeat, and there was a eye in the middle of this cave, and well, I looked at it first after drinking some frog juice, which was 10 out of 10. Don't recommend ever drinking a drink made inside of a frog. Uh, and some visions came, but the most concerning was seeing this eye blinking over and over again and then whispering to me, Apocalypse. And then we did it again because we're gluttons for punishment. And we saw several orbs, different colored orbs, blue and red, and a black one, and uh, all of which uh, were usually in front of or around something that just was not um, great. And we saw, we couldn't quite tell you what it was, but whatever it was beautiful, and uh, it was scary. So I'm a little concerned about the road we're about to head down because it's gonna be rough. And this eye was not. This is not a nice eye. Like the elder eye is not nice. So you missed quite a bit.
Did you all see this?
Only Pax and Torn, I believe, saw it.
I did not see this.
Does any of that ring a bell with Berzek and the maybe previous dreams he's had, or the Elder Eye, or anything?
The Elder Eye, no.
Okay.
Other parts that were unmentioned might ring bells, but there was a lot.
I mean, I could go sit here all night and tell you about it, but maybe I'll write it down and send it, give it to you one day, maybe tomorrow morning.
Okay, yeah, if it's easier to write than say, I would appreciate that. And Berzek's gonna stand up and tap Lucky on the pat him on the shoulder and go get him another drink from the bar or whatever he's having.
Yeah.
Well, after hearing what Pax had to say, it was a half elf, right?
Yeah, I was just reading a book.
Yep. But he talked about the. For some reason, I've always wanted to say caravan, but I know it's not a caravan. It's we're gonna call it a caravan.
The delegation.
But delegation it is. But I'm curious about this delegation. It seems interesting to me. So I'm gonna finish my ale, put it down, and walk on over. Hey, you talked to my friend over there? Said you
Oh.
mentioned something about a delegation.
I do not have any goats or anything like that.
No, he's a weird fucker. I don't care about the goats.
Oh. Yeah,
More
I'm
about the delegation you were mentioning.
waiting here in Red Larch. I met them about 10 days ago in Beliard, and they said they would be heading through this way eventually. I was hoping to see them again. They had some interesting talks with some of their people. I believe there are many folks from Mirabar and I think they had the body with them or something they were going to bury somewhere. I'm uncertain about that.
What was the goal of this delegation? What was it comprised of? Do you know?
Oh, there were a number of dwarves. I made a little bit of a friend in an elven woman who was going to the golden fields with some sort of seeds or something. And like I said, I think they had the body they were delivering to. I could not say where. I do not know where they were going with the body, but I do know they had one, some knight or something.
Did you know anything about the dwarfs?
I no offense. I usually don't get along too well with dwarves. They tend to drink a little too much, and
Haha. Hey, we do.
so all I know is that they came from Mirabar, far to the north. I've never been myself, but heard it's a lot of dwarves and humans. I prefer the forest and the open fields, personally.
To each their own, my friend. But you said they were supposed to be here by now?
I do not know when they are supposed to. They said they would be coming through Red Larch on their way further south to Golden Fields. I figured I would wait here. I am a messenger by trade and an itinerant priest by, well, walking over where the sun shines.
But you said that was almost a fortnight ago.
It was 10 days ago that I was in Beliard. They were in Beliard. They were staying for a few more days. I came through West Bridge and came down here. They said they were going to bury a body, entomb it or something.
Well, you would have figured that they'd be here by now. I wonder if they ran into something.
It is only about a 4-day travel. Maybe 5 if you are going slow to Beliard.
Well, thank you for your time, sir. And I appreciate the information. And I'll kind of nod my head to the half elf and wander on back over to my table.
So, as Osric starts to head back, you'll notice Torin is looking like he's halfway awake at best. And he grins to himself for a second. He chuckles. You know that exhausted humor? And he pokes Pax. And he looks over at Pax. And for an instant, Pax notices Torin's pupils become rectangular. And from behind the half-elf, you hear, meh, meh. And then Torin just laughs at himself. You know, the dumb joke that only he finds funny. And sips his tea.
Well, he did have some interesting information about this delegation. It seemed like there's a few things that we might be able to get some more information or assist from them. Got some seeds going to a golden fields, some dwarves, and a body set for burial. According to the information, they really should have been here by now. He had met them about 20 days ago. And it's only a 4-day travel here. So you gotta figure they either got caught up, or they got lost, or they got killed and captured.
Why did he meet them earlier?
Why did he meet them earlier?
Yep.
He met them earlier, just in passing, and he enjoyed their conversation. So as he was going through, he decided that he would meet them up here and continue the conversation. But so far, they haven't shown. Oh, and goats. Lots of goats. He said there's a bunch of goats in the caravan.
As you were coming back, I thought I heard one.
I did too.
Can't trust him.
Goats?
An itinerant priest of the Morning Lord. Best part of his sermon is when the light blinds me and I can't see him anymore.
You're an interesting fella there, Pax. You're an interesting fella.
Thorin yawns a little bit too dramatically, and he says, "Well, I do know those seeds are important."
Well, Berzek and I are looking for something that we haven't been able to find, so I don't know about you, brother, but maybe we can garner some information from this caravan, or at least find something to help us along our journey.
We'll also note you two are from Mirabar.
I was just
yeah.
about to say that. Yeah, we might know some of these
We've been
dwarves.
gone.
too.
We've been gone from Mirabar for over a month.
Oh yeah, well, even longer for sure. Blink of an eye in a
we don't-
dwarf life.
But I don't think we know anything about this caravan coming through.
No.
So, well, gentlemen, how about we finish up our dinner here? We can take a sleep on it and see what we want to do in the morning.
Looks like Torin's way ahead of you.
Aye. And I'm not
Yeah, he's
carrying that big
asleep.
bastard up the stairs, so we can't let him fall asleep down here.
Too late.
Thorin's already asleep.
Mhm.
Is it a really loud, obnoxious snore?
Not really loud, but very like heavy bass tones. Like the table rumbles just a little bit.
Is it not the comical like
Or
No.
drum.
That's for later.
Yeah.
Well, I'd be like, Berzek, you want to go secure some rooms for us? I'm gonna try and get this guy woken up and get him up to the room.
You
And
bet,
I'll
young lord.
start poking. Hey, wake
He's
up!
just jiggling back and forth.
But yeah, with the early evening, Berzek, you head to speak to Kalesa about some rooms. She's like, well, you know what? I know Torny's giving us a few deals here and there on a little bit of produce and occasional animal. I don't mind spotting one. If you're friends with him. I see you dwarves coming in from the across the way last couple nights.
Yeah, we've been in and out of town recently. Would we have stayed here?
What?
Would we have stayed here?
Yeah, this is the only place to stay.
Yeah.
But it's not the place for like drinking or rabble rousing, that kind of stuff. That's more she meant like from across the way.
Yeah. We've spent a few evenings over there, but the rabble rousing will be had there and not here. We respect your establishment.
Oh, of course. Just know you asking me questions about things that's happening. I know some people, when they get drinking, them tend to talk a little more.
Hey, did you say something about a barber shop in town?
Yeah. Over in Gaelka's, a bit of a kind of like a pawn shop, barber shop. A few drinks there usually had as well, from what I hear from the fellas. I don't go to that kind of establishment. Got a little bit more class than that. Gaelka, a bit of a shady fella, but people seem to like him.
Well, tell me something. How does my beard look? And he like holds up his beard and asks how well groomed it is.
I mean, I'm not the best judge of beards. I don't think Gaelka would go hacking it off if that's what you're concerned about.
But
I
use a
wouldn't.
trim.
I wouldn't let him touch that though. Not too keen on dwarven standards, from what I know.
Amateur at best.
Your beard is magnificent, Berzek.
I
Be
wouldn't change. I
careful.
wouldn't change a thing.
Magnificent for a middling.
That as well.
He just looks back at Patrick's, ignores him, and says, "Well, thank you guys. That's really nice." And he just saved me a bad trip to the barber.
You know, that old fella, he could use a bit of a trim and cleaning up. He might do some good over at Gaelka's.
Well, what do you say, Pax? Want a haircut?
I once knew a dwarf, just in passing. Magnificent beard. He was a soldier once, and then he went all quiet and secret, doing the Doomathorn thing. I'll tell you when your beard gets next to his.
You let me know right that second.
So you want to go get a haircut, Pax? Think you could use one?
Nope, I want to keep him in case I need him later.
Okay, the wise decision.
Good point. Well, what do you say? Shake you up for a drink, or you want to call it a night and think about things?
I'll take you up for a drink. I'm not one to ever turn down a drink. But why don't we ask the lady of the house what we want to do with this big old bastard here laying in the middle of a restaurant?
I can have some men bring him up to a room. It's no problem. I got some strong fellows in the kitchen there that can do with some getting out of the heat. Keep catching grease fires in there. It's happenstance.
You got
They
something
could
wrong
use a
with
break.
chimneys?
Oh no, the chimneys are just fine. It's just grease tends to splatter a little too much, and honestly, I don't think they're any high qualified chefs or anything. They do their best with the meat they're given. They just tend to sling a little too much grease here and there.
Very well. Well, we appreciate it. How much do we owe you, my lady?
Oh, like I said, I told your friend, I know Torn well, so he's given me plenty of deals in the past, so I'll give you this one for free and charge you next time. Once you feel how luxurious the beds are, but I believe you and your dwarf friend already know that. We keep the finest beds in Red Larch, if not the only ones.
So what did y'all think of the beds?
Thought they were magnificent. Some of the best beds I ever slept in.
Yeah, Pax, you should go give one a try.
Is it a bunk bed?
They are not.
Not the ones that I slept in. Were not a bunk bed. But you could sleep under the bed and pretend that it's a bunk bed.
You're the smart one.
That head of hair, you've already got a pillow, too.
All right, then. Well, are you joining us for a drink across the way, or are you going to bed? Perfect.
Who are you asking?
The guy that I was talking to, Pax.
It's Pax just not answer.
He's going
Okay.
with Torin.
What is Lucky doing during all this?
Like he's gonna go to bed.
Okay.
All right, then somebody's with Torin. Pax is going to the ale house or whatever they call it. They got a jail in this town.
Yes.
I've been in it.
You've definitely
Yeah,
been
you know
in.
exactly where that is.
Yep. It's behind the butcher. Is one of the buildings behind there is used as a occasional jail. Doesn't happen too often. Usually with drunks or crazy people.
Okay, let's go. Let's go fail some con saves.
Now we need to have a crazy person.
Do you go to the Helmet High Sun for a drink, or are you going to the barber? They do. She did say that you can get drink there too if you want.
Nobody's touching my hair.
Hmm.
Or my beard. So we're gonna go. I want to go to the Helmet High Sun.
Yeah, it's also right across the hall, so really easy to stumble back towards the swinging sword. And fair enough. As you guys head across the way, the Helmet High Sun is more of a ramshackle two-story tavern, though. You see rusty metal grills covering its dirty, dust-covered windows. The tavern's name clearly printed large, simple letters on just a very simple, rudimentary wooden sign. However, atop the sign is an oversized, rusting warrior's bucket helmet with 2 eye slits. Close inspection reveals it is actually an upside-down wash tub that has been cut to make eye slits. But yeah, heading inside, this is kind of like happy hour as you arrive. Dim lit, wood paneled tap room. The open tread kind of wooden staircase climbing to the upper floor, which is just as dim as before, or as the lower area, and kind of like a overhanging balcony seen from above. As the place isn't filled to the brim, but there would easily be like 30 or 40 people in here. It'd be half a dozen servers, and some of them, probably half a dozen more, starting to show up for their night shift. As you arrive at the Helmet High Sun.
Is there any music playing?
Yeah, there would be I'd say just a guy playing a lute in the corner. Not really singing, he's just kind of keeping a beat. You can see he's like kind of like the piano guy, like at the piano bar. Like he's being paid to do not the bare minimum, but he's doing the bare minimum.
Is it a lively atmosphere? Is it like
I would say it's kind of dim and hushed, more whispers, and people are like kind of nursing their drinks and having more intimate conversations this evening. Although you do know from previous experience, both Berzek and Orsic, that the Helmet High Sun does get rowdy in the late hours of the night. Not every night, but some nights.
he just nudges Orsic and says, "Hey, we must be early."
You are.
A little get there. Has Berzek ever performed at this?
Yeah. That would be
Okay.
where Berzek has definitely, like, if he's performed in town and, like, given ballads or poems or singing or any kind of music, definitely would have been here. It's kind of a makeshift stage, which is just like a table that's had its legs cut down and then like braced with a couple of extra planks of wood.
I'll turn to Berzek and this guy fucking sucks. could use some real music in here, huh?
Yes. Yes, we could. Not yet.
Not yet.
Let's get a drink first.
Aye.
Fair enough. You going up
Come
to
on,
the
Patty.
bar, or are you trying to find a table, or what? Kind of a seat yourself establishment sort of place.
Well, go
Pax
grab.
is going straight to the bar and ordering his third drink.
Absolutely.
His third goat milk of the night.
Yeah, there would be a. Yeah, Pax, as you walk up to the bar, be a big burly female half orc next to you.
Say, Monica, I want my third drink.
I like your beard. She just looks over at you.
Mm.
A bit
It's not the
scrawny
best
though.
beard I've seen. Scrawny.
And as you kind of call out for Monica, the bartender, who's a middle-aged human man, maybe about 5'2", very dwarven proportions, but is a human, balding and kind of an unkempt 5 o'clock shadowish beard. I know Monica here. Pax, you come in here, you really want something to drink?
I want two. One for each hand.
Are you just drinking?
Weevil and woe.
Are you still on the goat's milk?
No, I'm allergic to that.
All right. You want the other kind of milk?
Ale's fine.
Oh, it's one of them nights. All right. Yeah. Two
Pax starts coughing.
two coppers.
Deal.
I'll pour you some ales. Look out for Zarmouth here. She's a bit of a spitfire. And the half-orc kind of smiles and smirks at you, grinning with two large tusks.
Well, while you're getting those ales, good sir, give me 2 more, please.
Yeah, 2 coppers each.
Right. 2 coppers. And I'll slam him down on the counter. Not slam, but...
Yeah. It'll give you... It's honestly, compared to across the street, watered down tasting.
Parasite's going to try and sneak one of Orsic's tails away from him.
Oh, no, I bought it for you.
Oh, thanks, pal. I don't need to be sneaky.
No, you don't need to be sneaky. I bought it for you. And I'm going to call the... So, I'm going to call the bartender back over and be like, hey,
Oh, yeah, hey, what's up?
how much water you put in this ale?
Just enough.
Yeah, tastes like it. I think 1 copper for 2.
What's saying a bargain? You want more ale? You can pay for more.
Easy, Orsic, easy.
You want the hottest stuff, all you gotta do is ask. I'll get you something
I
good.
want my ale not to taste like water. That's what I want.
I'll take it up with the brewers then.
Very well.
Speaking of watered down,
Did Pax get his drinks already?
Yes, Pax would have gotten his drinks too.
Good. He's walking up to the bard.
Okay. He's right there next to you. He's got a drink in hand
we
too.
don't know.
He's going up to the bard and he's gonna get his little things. He's just gonna start banging the tankards together. He's gonna hum loudly and He's like, "There you go, fixed your music."
Are you talking about the guy that's playing music at the tavern?
Yeah. The shitty one.
Like, just strumming along. He smiles at you real big.
And
I'm just doing a job, buddy. I'm just doing a job.
I'm starting a slow clap. I'm gonna stare dead at this guy.
Give me an intimidation check. All right, with a 14, it'd be like, Do you want me to play faster or what? Like, slower?
I'm just gonna shake my head at him and hand him one of the drinks. And it's like, here, the funeral for your dignity, and walk away.
He'll take it,
Funeral
and
for your dignity.
the music will stop for a moment as some people will look up. Hey, I was listening to that. Right. And he'll chug it real quick, and he'll try to play better.
While he's stopped and he's like going to drink it, I'm gonna make a show of faking to be sneaky and then running over to the table and be like, "Oh, it sounds a lot better" when he's not playing.
Okay. Another guy would be like, yeah, he's honestly, he could use some practice. But then, after the silence, he starts playing more, and actually, like, tunes his lute a little more, and starts to get into it, and playing pretty good now.
All right.
As it's more in key, it's kind of more lively, and some people are like, yeah, that's better.
All right, I'm going back to the bartender and I'm telling him I want a free cup of the hard stuff. Since I fixed his sound system.
Give me a persuasion check. With a 12. Alright, Pax, you got this one, but don't go harassing my employees now. But I do appreciate you putting a little oomph in his step. He's getting a little lax these days. And he'll pour you a small cup of whiskey.
I'm gonna look over to Orsic, like, that's how you do it when you walk on tomatoes and carrots.
Yeah. Tomatoes and carrots. Heard. In the meantime of all this, I want to kind of like observe the bar. And look for anybody that doesn't look like they're either from here or are like basic laborers, or just anybody that kind of stands out to me that might have some information from outside of the town.
Give me a perception check as you scan the room. Perception. With a 4. With your short and stout form, you have to kind of get on the stool to see above and kind of like actually look like you're seeing the crowd, as people like definitely avoid making eye contact with the weird dwarf who's standing on a stool looking over everyone. The orc woman next to be like, for sitting, not for standing. You gotta keep a seat.
I'll stand on the stool if I want to stand on the stool.
Pax is gonna ask her how she can tell.
'Cause it's my job. Unless you're making some sort of announcement. Is that what you're doing?
No announcement.
Did you miss
wanted
somebody?
to get
You
better-
lose someone?
I don't know. I was looking around to see if it was anybody that I knew.
Oh, okay. Well, just be careful. They just hired me as a bouncer, so I gotta make sure, keeping any roughhousing. No throwing chairs.
Oh no, not throwing chairs, just standing on them.
As long as you're sure-footed, but I'll be here in case you fall.
Well, I appreciate it.
And then I'm gonna kick
But
you
no,
out if you do.
You can try, that's for sure.
Her eyebrow raises.
She just sees Berzak pop up next to him on the stool next to him. Goes, "What do you see, brother?"
Pax still lean forward. He
As-
sure does have 2 feet.
The only one
I'm
who
just
looks out of place, honestly, is you two, the dwarves, and the half-orc woman.
Well, I was looking to see what I could see, but the only interesting thing I see is this, and a bouncer next to me.
Oh, you think I'm interested? I
You're
don't.
more interested than
I
all
don't
the rest of the
take
folks in
kindly
here.
to dwarves in that way. I'm more of a little too short for me. No offense.
You got your mind in the wrong place. Interesting can mean a lot of things. Doesn't mean I want to fuck you.
Oh, why, is something wrong with me?
Interesting is a good thing.
So you
He's saying
do?
there's no mirrors in this bar.
Oh no, it's for good reason. Even all the windows are all fogged up, all dirty. No one wants to see themselves drunk. I know I don't want to see myself drunk.
Hey, probably don't want to see yourself sober either.
Right.
That was
You
a
watch.
fucking joke.
Okay.
Get
Okay.
yourself.
It took me a
Get
minute
over
to
it.
think about it. I was like, why wouldn't I want to see myself sober? To be fair, I don't want to be sober either.
I
So that's okay.
agree with you on that.
Nor do we.
Well, if I don't see anybody interesting to talk to, I'm going to enjoy. Well, going to try to enjoy my watered down ale.
It's hard to enjoy it,
Continue to.
but the music
Yeah.
is much better than when you first arrived.
I'll pull a copper out and turn to Pax. And normally I tip the entertainment, but this one's for you since you gave us the better entertainment.
I'm going to take the copper. And I'm going to look over at Berzek. I'm going to say, Orsic told me to give this to you, but I'm going to give it back to him. And I'm going to hand it back and then just lean back.
Just like, okay.
No, wait. I think that's for me, Orsic.
Oh, you gave it to. Okay.
He holds out his hand and takes it. Right. Well, Berzek's gonna hop down off the stool and go up to the bartender and holler at him again.
Yeah, ma'am. What can we get for you?
Well, I wanted to apologize for my friend here.
No, none taken. It is a bit watered down. I don't take offense to I don't brew it myself, so none taken. It's cheap. That's why it's only 2 coppers.
Hey, we don't mind cheap. And speaking of watered down, we've heard some talk of a lot of weird things going on around. Caravans getting delayed. Just weird phenomena going on. Do you know? Have you heard anything from anybody that came in here? Anything interesting?
I've been to other establishments in other towns, and their barkeeps and bar wenches tend to gossip. I make sure we don't do any of that here, though. But give me a persuasion check. For the 17. However, that being said, I can point you to the right direction and talk to someone who can. Not myself, because, again, gets back to me. It's like, oh, he said, she said. We don't do that here. But I'll tell you, you get it straight from the horse's mouth, and you'll be 10 times richer. At least in knowledge, if not in, monetarily. Now, what sort of scuttlebutt are you trying to hear about?
Well, we heard something about a caravan being delayed, and we've had a really strange day ourselves. So we just want to see if there's anybody that's experienced anything.
He'll look up and kind of like 3 seats over is where the orc is, the half-orc woman is. Hey, Zamith. She eventually looks up. Yeah, boss. Then you quit a caravan recently? Yeah, boss. It's I came here. And he'll kind of raise an eyebrow. Eh?
You quit a caravan recently.
Yeah, she was a caravan guard. That's all I'll say about that. But if there's anything else I can help you find, anything you need, I'm more than happy to help you locate information. As I do hear it, but I don't spread it. That's not for me to do.
Respect that. And then we'll down over to the half orc and say, so you were part of a caravan recently.
Well, yeah, yeah, I quit it. We were in, I arrived a couple days ago. I needed a job. Red Larch seems a good place. And a lot of people come through here. I just thought, why not get a job not bartend, bouncing. That's what they call it. The caravan kept going, though. They went south. We were up in, I think, Bellyard, and we went through Westbridge. And we came to Red Larch, and I was like, screw you guys. I don't like you anymore. And they kept going south. I think they're going to Waterdeep.
Okay.
Am I next to them?
Yeah, I mean, it's a small bar.
I want to be next to them and hearing all this. And...
Absolutely.
Do you happen to come across a delegation in your travels? Some dwarves?
A brawl with some, like 15 days ago, I want to say. Yeah, beat him up real good.
You beat him up?
Yeah.
Why?
There's some argument over, they didn't think I was pretty enough. And I didn't think their beards were good enough, and so we got into a fist fight. And, well, needless to say, they got a couple of black eyes, and I got a little bit of a bust lip, but it healed over pretty easily.
Well, you don't look no worse for the wear. Did you know where they were going?
No, last I saw they were in Bellyard. I had some, like, elf, and I think they had a casket with them. That was weird. I didn't ask questions. I didn't really care.
And you said this was 15 days ago.
Yeah. They said they were heading south to the hall, maybe?
That's a fortnight, and your face still looks like that?
Better than yours.
I thought you won the fight.
I did. You should see their faces.
Well, you must have beat him real good. And judging by how strong you look, that would make sense.
Nice tusks.
Aye. Well, we appreciate the information. Thank you for talking with us.
Are you friends with them?
No, not at all. But we are interested in some things that they've got. Not for any nefarious reasons, but trying to connect some dots around here with some stuff that's going on. You needn't worry about it, but just understand we're not.
A bunch of assholes in that group. I'll tell you that, though. So I don't really care what happens to them.
I bet they're a bunch of assholes. Well, anything more that you could tell us, if you remember anything.
It's a bunch of dwarves. One of them had glasses. I didn't punch him, though. You don't hit a guy with glasses.
Do they talk about goats?
Really take them up.
I don't think they had any goats. A couple horses, wagons. Like I said, casket.
Horse wagon. Oh, no goats, though?
They probably picked some up along the way, though.
Well, they were eating good. They definitely had coin with them.
So maybe they do have goats packs. You might find some goats with them. Or I can buy you a goat if you want a goat. Then you can make your own milk. Or at least harvest your own milk.
I want one of those dwarven battle goats they have.
I would like one of them too, if I knew what the fuck they were.
They got tusks like her, just bigger.
I think they're called horns.
Where'd you learn that word?
I've seen goats.
We're in polite company, ma'am. I prefer you keep it that way.
Alright, well, you guys don't start any trouble. I'm going back to my drink over here to watch out for any of the ruffians.
I'm gonna turn to Berzek and be like, I mean, that's as best information as I could think we can get right now. Getting a little
Yeah,
drunk.
If there's dwarves from nearby traveling through, they might know something we don't.
Well, we've got to start 15 days ago. And we can head in that direction. They said they were headed south. Maybe we can start to make our way up there, see what we can find.
First, let's get a night's rest.
Oh, I need one of those. And we're all settled up on the tab.
Yeah. I would say Barazek and Pax, each of you guys give me a perception check.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Question.
Pax, give me a perception. Alright, with a 12. Roll me a d4, Pax. Okay. Just kind of throughout, like, the evening where you guys are staying, like, you know, talking and chit-chatting, you would hear a couple of, sounds like shepherds. Old man, like, yeah, did you hear about what Larman? Old Green Boot found? They say he was going over the hills and he saw some graves weren't there the day before. I don't know that nothing good's ever buried out in the hills. We stay away from the east, though. We're definitely not going over that way now. I'm like, yeah, but Larman does drink a lot. He's probably lying about stuff. He spends a lot of time over at that barbershop, at Gailka's. Yeah, you're right. He's a load of baloney. Although, I mean, our bandits about that you keep hearing. I had 2 sheep go missing the other day. Oh, it's probably just griffins or something. But see, that's what I'm talking about. And you just kind of hear that conversation continue for a while. They talk about, like, losing sheep, stuff like that. That is what Pax would overhear. Not goats, sheep.
I'm gonna lean towards Berzek and tell him. I heard some people talking about sheep, and I thought maybe they'd mention a goat, but they didn't say anything, and it's probably because they found some weird graves up there.
Max, do you always speak in riddles?
What's a riddle?
I'm going to take that as a yes.
Just
They said something about.
always leads
Go
with
ahead.
what's important to him, and then mentions the actual important fact.
It barely mentions it.
Yep.
Totally understates the big issue.
Got it. So, Berzek, they said something about graves. Where are
Yeah,
their
I think
graves?
that's what's scaring the goats off. Because the graves weren't there the day before. Weird, but we know where the goats aren't.
Are there goats in the graves?
Oh, maybe they're in the graves.
Maybe we should go find out.
Well, let's first figure out what put the goats in the graves.
That's a good idea.
Where should
You
we
should
start?
You should go ask them.
Do you think the butcher will take goat meat if it's already been in a grave?
Depends on how fresh it is.
Maybe we'll ask Furiel. He knows about that stuff. It's dark, though. We could go grave robbing and it won't count because it's goats in the grave.
You following this, Orsic?
I'm trying to, but from what I gather, we got some weird graves that just showed up. And yeah,
They may or may not be goats in them.
there's only one way to find out, though.
Pax, do you want to go grave robbing?
Let's go. Let's
I'm not
grab
desecrating a
the guitar. We can use it as a shovel.
Can I get some fucking sleep first? We can go rob him in the morning.
What if the graves move again?
I mean, I guess it's possible that the graves would move, but never really heard of walking Roman graves.
Until today, because they weren't here yesterday.
Can you dig a hole in a day?
With the right coin, I could dig 2.
Aye.
We
So,
gotta remember that.
conceivably, you could have a place that did not have a grave yesterday and had a grave today, right?
Yeah, we should think on it.
Very well
I
done.
think we've got a lot to think on after today's events and certainly this evening's events.
Hi. Let's go, let's head on back and go to bed. I'm fucking tired.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
As
I
you
took care of the music, so I don't have to say that. Yeah, let's go.
You head back to the Swinging Sword, finding your rooms is easy this evening, as you don't get too drunk on watered-down beer. The good stuff didn't quite start flowing. But, with some information, at least more information than you walked into the bar with, you do get a good night's rest. However, Berzek, this evening, much like several evenings prior, you are met in your sleep by these dreams. Just a strange, ominous words that you can't quite understand in some foreign language, whispering in the dark. Only the name Marlos. Eyes in the dark, glowing yellowish with strips of black. You hear the hissing of snakes. In your dream, that's all it is. It's just the hissing of snakes and this weird language. But dream ends as you feel this quake within the dream, and you wake up and you feel like you're shaking, but it's more that muddy sweat on your brow and arms. But as you wake up in the morning, that is where we're going to take our little 5-10 minute break, folks. So stay tuned, stick around. We'll be back here in a
Long
few.
rest?
As you guys do get a long rest, yes. And we'll see you guys here in a minute.
All right.
Alrighty, folks, we are back in it. Last we left off, the crew headed back to Red Larch. Heard a little bit of a scuttlebutt about a missing delegation / caravan. Did some light drinking and light rumor collecting. And light discussion of what you had encountered the day before. But night comes and goes, and morning arrives at the cracking of the dawn, the crowing of the rooster. You hear the sound of carts moving along the dusty road outside. Actually, be the muddy road outside, as there was that little bit of rain yesterday. And that is where we're gonna pick up. Morning. You guys arrive at tavern breakfast. Or something. I don't know. What are you up to?
Oh, what the fuck?
What are you doing?
Torin is consuming about 4 large plates of food.
Yes, as Ms. Kaylessa Urkel is definitely regretting the one free stay.
I
Imagine
mean,
Bear that shows up to the table late, with bags under his eyes. He's got normally a very clean cut look with his beard and hair, but today he looks a little frazzled. And he will come join the group at breakfast. Out and opposite.
Just look at him and ask if he went grave robbing without him.
He does look a little bit dirty.
As he sits down, a splattering of grits hits the side of his face, and you're, oops, sorry.
That's all right. I needed something to wake me up. No,
well,
Pax, I wouldn't go grave robbing without you. Just didn't get a lot of sleep.
Orsic has seen him many mornings waking up and never really seen him like this, so he'll walk over and are you alright there, my brother? You look a little out of sorts.
You know, I've been better. Didn't get a lot of sleep last night.
Aye? I slept like a rock. Why not?
I don't know. I was having some strange dreams. It's the same dream. I've had it a couple times now, and I'm not quite sure what to think of it.
Well, I'm no expert on dreams. Might be worth your while to consult somebody on it if we come across them. Dreams, from what I hear, might show insights, past, future. I don't really know. I don't pay attention to a lot of that shit, but it seems like it's bothering you, so maybe we should look for somebody who might be able to help you out with that, because you don't look great right now.
What do you mean? And he straightens up and stands up. What do you mean?
Well, that must have been a gnarly dream. If you look like that, what was your dream about?
Well, it's always just the same thing. It's hissing and snakes. There's a name that comes in and out of my mind, but I don't know it. I've never heard it before. It's the name Marlos. And that's it.
Marlos, huh? Marlos and snakes.
It's just snakes and a name.
Well, it's a little more than that.
The details are everything.
It's I can see him. He just has this presence about him. I don't really know how to describe it.
I've had the
Probably
same
not.
breakfast multiple times. Doesn't mean it was important.
But if it's interrupting your rest, and it's repeating, there's got to be something to it.
Wise dwarf.
Aye, very wise. I am very wise.
I think I just need to play some music in front of some people. I'll be all right.
The universe repeats its lessons until you learn them.
You might be crazy, Pax, but that is a wise statement.
You find a gem in that coal mine every now and again.
Well, while you two bedbugs were sleeping, we got a little bit more information on a couple of other things. We found out the delegation had been met from about 15 days ago, heading south, which still confirms to me that it should have been here by now, and it's not. We also got some reports of some random graves that showed up overnight from some shepherds that roam the hills. Kind of thinking that one of those two is where we should head next, unless we want to roam around the town a little bit more and talk to some folk.
Well, now, who did you hear the graves popping up from?
There were some random shepherds that came in, spend most of their days out in the hills.
A bunch of layabouts with no goats.
So, with a gulp at the bit of food that was in his mouth, Torn says, "Shepherds. They tend to enjoy the special sheep liniment a little too much."
Very well could be true. Apparently one of them's going to be hanging out near the barber shop, if you want to ask a few more questions.
I think that'd be a wise idea.
I think Torn here is a little bit wary of the barber shop. But
yeah, it's okay, Torn. I go get my 5 o'clock shadow shaved. It's been a rough 2 days.
So I'd accompany you over there as long as
his eyes
weird.
looking very hard for this 5 o'clock shadow.
Got that
It's there.
nice elven skin.
It's there. It's just real thin. Okay. So the barber shop. Does anybody know where the barber shop is? Also,
Yeah, we know where it
Pax.
is.
Yeah, I would say most people in town would know where it is.
Okay.
Maybe not Bearzek and Orsic because they wouldn't get haircuts and they're not from here.
Torin knows exactly where it is.
Yep.
Although I think Bearsick, Orsic, Bearsick. I think Orsic. I've got a mohawk.
That's true. Yeah. Gilker will definitely
So-
be good for a shave.
Yeah. So, yeah.
They said these.
Hey, Lucky. Go ahead.
They said these graves were in the hills.
Hey. I said they were in the hills, but you could ask Pax over here. He was paying a little bit closer attention than I was. He passed on the information to us.
Paid nothing and I got a free drink.
If graves have suddenly appeared in the hills, the animals would know about it.
There's
Aye.
no goats. I know that. There are sheep.
Look,
So you were right about your shepherd comment.
Goats are just ornery. Sheep are plain stupid.
Hmm.
But they know things. Just saying, he shrugs.
But do we divide and conquer? We go talk to some haircuttery folk, and you go talk to some sheep.
Well, I mean, if y'all want to go over and try and find those shepherds again and get a little more information, I could use a cleanup on my mohawk here. Got a little scruff coming out. I don't really like that.
All
So
right.
I'll follow you to the barber shop there, Lucky, if you'd like.
I'll start making my way to the barber shop, and I'll try to grab Pax to come follow me without saying a word.
Okay. So is everybody going to the barbershop?
One of the shepherds hangs out there, so we're all gonna.
Yeah, Torin
Congregate.
will follow at a distance.
Okay.
He tends to remember that his mother offered a reward to one of the barbers for finally doing something about Torin's overgrowth. So he's not quite sure if she was kidding or not.
Yeah. Absolutely. As you
I'm
guys
following-
go ahead, sorry.
I say I'm following a little bit behind Lucky too, and I see Torn a little, not enthusiastic about it.
Yeah.
I kind of turn to him and be like, I won't let him cut your hair, Torn. Nobody's cutting
I
my
will
beard.
gallop away at full
Cut
speed
my
if
hair.
they make the attempt.
Well, I'll be right beside you. And keep walking.
Well, as you head across town, it is on the east side of town. Gelker's is a seedy, larger than the houses around it, wooden building. Clear, there's a lot of used tools and goods lying around on the porch. The classic saloon doors are kind of half broken. Inside, this is probably old hair clippings, sagging floorboards, and about half a dozen men between the ages of 25 and 70 just hanging out, as some of them would have drinks in hand. And there's a guy who's sitting in a chair, wheels it around, or as it spins around. Torin. You're not due for a haircut yet, right? Mama's asking me for it.
Torin backs away.
Oh, I'm just fooling you. No, what can I get for you guys? Gilker, for those of you guys who don't know me, welcome to Gilker's. You guys want to pop a seat? You here for some trade? You here for a haircut? What's up?
So I'll
Hey, I could
plop
use a cleanup
down.
on the mohawk here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
Tommy.
can definitely clean that up for you. I tell you what, you need you to settle a bet for us, though.
Settle a bet.
Yeah. If
What can I do for you?
yeah, if a goat and a sheep, we were just having a talk here, kind of evens and odds. If there were a sheep and a goat and a tug of war, who do you guys think would win?
Is it one
Yes,
goat and one
a
sheep,
goat.
or how many of each?
Yeah, one of each. Yeah.
Berzek just looks at Pax. Just looks at
The
Pax.
goat wins. It's already happened.
Oh,
There
you've
is no
seen
if.
it? Okay. So your money be on the goat. What about you guys? What do you think? I need, everyone's opinion counts here.
Not a lot of information to go on. Is it an old goat? Is it a young goat?
Let's say that they're both perfectly healthy, young, energetic animals.
I give it to the fucking goat. But I have a goat expert over here, so let's ask the goat expert.
Who are you motioning to?
Pax.
Pax already said goat.
Told you. The sheep has wool. The goat has will.
All right. Well,
Wool
let's
is
say the sheep is shorn. How about that? So it's not being weighed down by the wool. Well, that might be someone else will come. That might be an advantage. The weight of the wool will weigh it down, so it doesn't have to pull as hard. The goat would have to pull harder based on the wool weight. I'm like, yeah, but goats got horns.
Ask any hill. A sheep grazes and a goat climbs.
That's what I was saying. Like, I'm glad we're on the same page. Like, because goats, they're like, see, like a wall, barely an incline. They're like, I can climb that. Goats can't do that.
Well, do we have
Traditional
a goat
tug
and a
of war
sheep?
rules.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
No, I know, but do we have a goat and do we have a sheep? Let's try it.
We ain't got time for all that. We're
Oh.
cutting here. We're just talking shit here.
The sheep wins.
Goat-
Oh.
Because the
I know what
goat
he is
becomes
about.
angry and charges the sheep, therefore losing tug of war.
It's true. Goats are pretty stupid and they
Would
get
never have thought
angry.
of that.
Well, sheep are stupid. Goats are ornery.
Sheep aren't the brightest fucking animals.
That is fair. I didn't think about that. We'll have to test it out one of these days. It's hard to get either of those animals to listen. I mean, unless you like scare them with like herding dogs and stuff.
Torin shrugs.
He's kind of prepping like the shaving stuff to get Orsik's head kind of cleaned up.
Now don't you touch my fucking beard.
Nah, I
Don't
know
you
better
touch
than
my
to touch a dwarf's
mohawk.
beard. I'm not gonna touch that. Like, I tell you what, my grandfather, he trimmed a dwarf's beard it was like 30 years ago. Tell you what, he lowered my granddad's ears by cutting his head off. True story. Grandfather did not survive that encounter.
Well, I would hate for it to come to that. So thank you for not touching my beard.
Oh yeah, no, trust me, that's all it takes. One in like every 5 generations might touch a dwarf's beard. Like that's from what I've heard. Like that's like dishonor on your family and your own. Like you get kicked out and Like, hey, you're not a dwarf without a beard, something like that. I don't know. I've seen a
It's
couple
our honor.
without beards, like, but they have really sick mustaches.
The facial hair is our honor. How we choose to grow it is for us, and not for anybody else to touch. But I would appreciate you cleaning up my head.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, have a seat, and we'll get you cleaned up. Someone else will kind of pebble. Hey, dwarf women have beards too. I heard that.
But the beards are more feminine.
How do you tell them
It's
apart?
very obvious. Oh, come on, man. You can't tell them apart? You must be fucking blind.
I don't.
Well, the hair
I've only
grows.
seen like a few dwarves before. Y'all are like 2 out of like 4.
Oh. Well, you just have to look at it right. The way that the hair grows is entirely different. It's very obvious.
I'll have to pay more attention next time. That one
You
fella
should.
did not like it. I
The one
assumed
fella did not like what?
too bad.
Huh.
You know, you make assumptions. You're like, hey, I thought his hair looked nice, and I told him, and
The ones
He got
with the
mad.
nice braids are the ones that are the dwarf women.
as they all kind of
Oh.
look over the braids of both Berzek and Orsic.
Yeah.
And
You're
Gilker's like,
fucking
enough of that talk, guys. Let's get back to the basics here. We're talking about goats and sheep, all right? You know.
Why are we still talking about that? A sheep stands in the meadow. A goat stands on your roof.
Yeah, but I was just trying to change the subject. That's all. Just something more lighthearted. Come on. What are you guys up to?
Yeah.
I didn't
Just
know
here for a haircut.
Torn
We've
hung
had a
out with.
couple-
I think I've seen him hang out with this Lucky guy. I've seen you around town, and
Howdy.
what? Didn't know you all hung out together.
From time to time. Thorn's good company.
I wouldn't
That's
know.
it.
He never comes here.
Well, apparently there's a wanted poster for his hair to be cut, so you can, understand his hesitancy to come in to get it trimmed.
His mom's asked me like several times. I showed up younger days. Listen, he's an adult. I'm only going to cut people's hair who want it cut. That's what I stick to. People pay me for things. I do what they pay me to do. That's about it. Plain and simple.
Wise decision.
Well, I do have a question for you, Gelker.
Yeah, what's up? As he shaves. He
Well,
shaves
I'm-
Orsic's head. Aside from the mohawk. Obviously.
Looking for some information that my associates over here overheard last night about graves popping up over in the hills.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Green Boot. Were you the one that was talking about that? And this kind of middle-aged guy, scruffy, kind of wakes up. Sorry, I was passed out there for a second. What are we talking about? Green Boot, you're the one.
Graves.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, I'm not going out there. And I mean, not taking the sheep out there anymore, that's for sure. Yeah, no, I was a little bit to the northeast of town. I saw a handful of graves up on a hill. A little dust covered, but I mean, you can clearly see 2, like 3, 4 maybe. The goats were going where they're gonna go, so I made them go away from there because you never know what I've seen a grave in my day. You know how it is.
And they weren't there the day before?
No, I mean, I don't take them out that way every day. You know, you got to graze different lands.
Yeah.
It helps the milk, get certain flavors. But honestly,
But fresh for sure.
They've been there for, I want to say, like 3 days. I didn't see it just yesterday. I mean, I didn't tell anyone when I first saw him because it was kind of weird, you know. Oh, you see a grave, it's like, oh, you tell someone, oh, you're gonna get murdered. That's what. Aaron's like, you're not gonna get murdered over telling about no graves. Like, yeah, but you know, if you think on it too hard, your thoughts go to dark places. But no, I was just taking the herd out there, and there they are, stone graves. I can show you if you want. I'm not tending the field today.
That'd be great.
I'll kind of look around, and I ain't got nothing else better to do.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little dry out there, but even though it did rain yesterday, so maybe it's a little wetter. Who knows? It gets kind of hilly, you know. Yeah, let me run home. I'll put on my big boots. I'll meet you back here in like 10 or so minutes.
All right, well, I gotta finish up my haircut anyway, so we'll be here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'll be back here in a second. I got nothing better to do. I was thinking about quitting anyways. I'll be back. And this guy kind of gets up. He's taller. He's probably like 6.5 feet tall. Real lanky. Like, you could swear he's like almost Torin's like younger brother. Except for that he somehow looks older than Torin and not giant-esque features. But he is lanky. Like, yeah, I'll be back. Gilker. I'll see you in a bit. And Gilker's like, yeah, okay, man. So, and the guys at the barbershop, it's classic barbershop talk. They're just gonna talk about what they've seen around town and what they've heard and this and that. If you guys want, while you're waiting on Green Boot, his name's Larman, by the way, Larman Green Boot, give me a group persuasion check.
I hit the wrong button.
Okay. Well, I'll still keep that roll. It was still a good roll. It was still a 17.
It was.
So no need to re-roll. I'm gonna keep that roll. We're just gonna add different bonuses to it, which will be +2, so that's a 19. 15, a 19, a 2, and a 9. Wait, so who didn't roll then?
Where's it? Bears?
Torn, Jim.
Torn.
Hold on. I did play.
He never rolls, though. You know that, right? He just tells you his.
He got.
Oh. Big ol' one.
All right. They would mostly be talking about like different, like, because he just left talking about boots. They would mostly be talking about different footwear and stuff like that, and you know, going to the leather workers, getting their footwear done up. Best place to shop around. But eventually, Green Boot would show back up and give Furiel a little bit of a trim. Gilker wouldn't say no to it. They kind of gives them something to do. The barbering is like a copper to cut any hair, and you'll do whatever you want.
All right, I think I owe a couple copper. I've only got 59 gold. What is it? How many
You can give him a gold.
gold copper?
He doesn't have change.
What is it? 100 copper equal 1 gold?
100 coppers, 1 gold. You guys want to go to a bank?
Yeah.
But there isn't one.
Well, does
Damn.
anybody have any copper?
He's got a
No.
bunch of copper. And
Hey, you got
he's got a few
98
silver.
copper?
What are you asking for 98? I got some silvers.
You got,
How do you not have copper? You just got big bills?
you got
Yeah, I just
8
got big
silver?
bills.
Bunch of high rollers. You know you could leave a tip.
I am not gonna leave you a full fucking gold tip. But I will leave you a tip if you can give me some copper.
I got some silver. And I got a few copper.
And what is it?
Silver work.
10 silvers, 1 gold.
Yeah. He'll
You
give you.
got
He'll
8 silver.
He'll get you guys change.
Okay.
Absolutely. He's more or less giving you a hard time about it.
I'm gonna drop gold here and give me 9 silver.
Yeah, but Lauren would show up. Alright, guys. I got my hiking boots on. It's about a mile outside of town. Maybe 2 miles, give or take.
All right then, folks. We ready to go check out these graves?
Yeah.
Sounds good to me. I'm getting a little bored here sitting in this town. Get some action here. Find something new. Maybe we can find another hag, huh?
Larman will kind of over. Hey, if there's a hag and I'm not dealing with like witches and stuff, no. See, this is what I'm talking about. You talk about graves and the. I'll kind of put his hand in his head. All right, it's. I'm just taking you to the grave. That's all I'm gonna do. You guys, what do you do after that?
Don't you worry about it.
Yeah. All right. And he will lead you. About a couple miles outside of town. As you start wandering, winds would be rolling across the hills and be a honestly dry, windy, and warm day. As you would cross the hills. Lauren B he'd mostly be talking about like, yeah, we graze over here a lot. Kind of ate most of that field dry. So we don't come over this way too often, but you know. And then sure enough, after a couple hours of walking in the morning, it's less of a hike. Like he'll complain about it a lot. Like my ankles have been hurting a lot. It's going up and down these hills over and over. I don't know if I was built to be a shepherd, but whatever. That's Mom said you gotta get a job. I was like, okay, Mom. Here we are, 8 years later. And here we are. And he'll gesture to a nearby hill. So I saw him right up that hill. You see that dry hill, handful of trees and brush up there, but honestly, there's some berries and stuff. That's what the sheep were going towards, and some flowers. But I'm not gonna, I'm not going up there. That's what I'm saying.
All right, that's fine.
But it's
Thank
just
you for
up there.
leaving us here.
Yeah. My pleasure. Hope you guys have fun looking at graves, as one does. But you guys look like you can handle yourselves.
I'm gonna hand him a piece of silver.
He smiles like, all right, that makes all of this, and he'll kind of put it in his pocket. As it falls out of his pocket in a hole, like, crap. He'll pick up and put it in his boot. That's why I wore the hiking boots, to be honest. I just didn't want to be like, because they're honestly the best pocket. But yeah, it's been a pleasure. I hope you guys don't wind up in graves like this. That sounds weird to say. I'm just gonna go back to Gilkers. You guys need anything, I'll be there. Also, if you're getting in trouble for this, don't mention my name. Because, like I said, graves show up. People are going to ask questions like, who told you about this? And it's me. No. Don't mention
We don't even know your fucking name. I have no idea who the fuck you are, and I've never seen you before.
I saw you get your haircut like a week ago. I'm Larman Greenboot, you know me.
Whatever. I've never
Thanks,
seen you outside
Silverboot.
the city before.
Oh, it's green. It's green boot. Oh, I'm sorry. I get what's going on here. Yeah, silver shoe even.
Good job, Silver Moccasin.
I don't know what that is. But
Exactly.
you guys need me, I'll be
Toodles.
back in town. Good luck. Take care. I'm shoving off.
Aye.
And he'll
Good
leave you
travels.
here. Real quickly, as he... A little bit more of a spring in his step. Now that he wasn't sure if he was going to get paid for this, but he sure is happy that he did.
And then I'm going to make my way, kind of look at the group, a little side to side, and I'm going to start to walk my way up the way, or towards where he pointed.
Yeah?
I mean, are we close enough to see them yet, or am I just like wandering
No,
up there?
he's just like up that hill, and he's not going up there.
All right, so then I'm look at my buds, and well, here we go, boys. Let's go check this out.
Yes, you climb up this dry, nearly barren hillside. Craggy rocks rising up here and there. Sure enough, do see some mounds of fresh rock and dirt. A couple of hastily gathered stones, kind of trying to cover up the marks, but you see clear signs of shovel marks and a faint smell of death hangs in the air. You do see several vultures also circling overhead. About 5 or 6 vultures circling in the high skies. Wind washes over the scene.
Well, this is an oddly familiar sight.
So when I get to within what I think is about 60 feet
Yeah,
of those graves, I'm going to use my divine sense
absolutely.
and sense what I can sense.
There is no undead, no hollowed or desecrated grounds. It is a hillside. Occasional
kind of-
patches of like bushes covered in rosy colored blooms, smaller, they're not actual roses. Dried ferns and other sorts of... There's a couple of very sparse trees as well.
I'll kind of relay that, like, I don't sense anything necessarily undead or here. But still be wary. And I'm going to continue to make my way up
Yeah.
in order to inspect those graves.
Yeah, this is probably like as you like crest this part of the hill, that's when you would start to smell that a little better through the not so well buried whatever's under there. It definitely get this distinct smell of early rot, a little bit of iron in the air. There's 4 of them. They're not like lined up very well. They're just kind of there.
Well,
On top of the hill.
Not quite on top, no. It's about halfway up the hill. Kind of like on the side.
Are there any animals about, or is there a distinct lack of them?
Give me a perception check. As you look for aminals.
A dirty 20.
With a dirty 20, aside from the 5 or 6 vultures circling high above, you would see kind of scuttling underneath some of the dry bushes and a broken tree would be a small sand mouse, a little dormouse,
Oh,
scurrying along.
well, a mammal.
Mm-hmm.
As everyone's sort of scattering about, checking out this site, Torin will stand there and he's going to rock back and forth, making various animal noises. Everything from a bird tweet to a growl to a chitter. And he's going to sit there and rock back and forth with his eyes closed and ritually cast Speak with Animals.
Okay. Fair enough. That gives you guys 10 minutes. What are you guys doing? 4 graves. 4 mounds, which look to be graves.
I mean,
There's no headstones. There's no markings. There's no nothing.
No.
Axe, let's see if there's goats under here, man.
You smell any?
I smell something.
Is it a goat?
I would say,
It might be.
Pax, as you smell the air, you do smell the stench of death, but you also smell the slightly sweet scent of crab apples, as there is a small crabapple tree nearby that is in bloom, or that has some crab apples on it, even though it's very, very, very early for the season.
Well, I smell something dead in the crab apples over there.
Berzek sees Torin begin to sit and make animal noises. And he'll actually go sit next to him and get out his drum and slowly tap along and cast Detect Magic in a ritual fashion.
Okay.
Barsik is going to notice that, and I want to inspect the graves, but I don't want to touch them. Like I want to walk around and kind of like see what I can see, whether it be footprints, whether it be scrapes or pieces of clothing or anything like that that I can see as I walk around the grave sites.
Yeah, give me a survival check.
Survival.
Actually, it's north. With a 15. Yeah, you would notice drag marks. You would notice footprints. There appear to be a handful of footprints heading east. Or coming from the east and heading east, yeah. And drag marks would be coming from like the... Drag marks and footprints would be coming from the northeast of your location.
So it looks like they got dragged from the northeast to here.
Yep.
And then they left to the east.
That is what it looks like.
Okay. And then
I'll look at Pax and Orsic. Fellas, the only thing that's missing from this right now is Pax sitting up on a hill eating an apple. I saw this in my gaze into that purple eye, that elder eye. I saw condors above, mounds of dirt. The only thing that's missing right now is Pax eating an apple on the hill. This ain't right. Something ain't right here. All we saw in them visions is Eden. And I'll start to back away from the mounds and I'll start to look up. Just keep looking at those vultures, condors,
Yeah.
and I'll pull out my bow and knock an arrow. And a general, just a wash of fear and concern over my face.
What do you mean there, lad? What are you worried about?
I'm worried about something that I have no idea. But I know what I saw looking into that eye. And all of it was bad.
And why
It
was it
was
bad? What happened?
happy. It was very vague. But I'm telling you right now, I saw Pax eating an apple on a hill, mounds of dirt, and condors above. And right now, the only thing missing from this situation is Pax eating an apple on a hill. I
Well,
saw
let
it.
you eat an apple and see what happens.
I just fall quiet and stop listening. And I'm just looking up and around.
Praying that Pax won't eat that apple. Crab apples. They're smaller, a little less flavorful, but eventually Berazek and Torin's ritual casting is complete. As Berazek, there is no sign of magic in the area other than the magic that Torin is casting. And there's a few items on each of your persons. And Torin can speak to animals. Should you want.
Okay. First off, well, no, let's start with the little mouse. Torn will get a small, piece of food.
Some crab apples
Like,
nearby.
yeah. He'll just produce a small berry he has on his person somehow,
Okay.
because druid. And he will kneel down not too close to the mouse. And he will say, "Good morning, little sister."
What does it sound like to other people? Does it just sound like you're
Oh,
talking?
he's chittering like a mouse.
Okay. This big man making this tiny mouse
Yeah,
noise. Squeak, squeak, squeak.
exactly.
Yeah, give me a animal handling check.
14.
As the mouse will, still hiding from underneath the leaves of this dried bush, looks around, looks at you. Ah, that's weird. I thought you just said something. What was it? Uh, sorry?
Good morning.
Oh, yes, it quite, yeah, pretty good. Uh, is that for me? That one?
It is.
Oh,
I was uncertain how your foraging went this morning.
It's going pretty good, but I don't know what that is, and I would like to try it, if that's okay with you. Can, can
But
I?
of course.
Okay. And it quickly skitters up, shoves the whole berry in its mouth. Oh, that's really good. Where'd you get that from?
Oh, I have a few. Not too many,
Can I
but a
have another?
few. Certainly.
Okay.
He'll, like a magician, almost produce one.
Huh.
And he'll say, "I was hoping you could tell me about those remains."
Oh, you mean the dead people?
The dead ones. How long have they been here?
No. I don't know. A few days ago. 4, 5, 6, 7. A few. 5, 4. It's been a few days. Yeah.
I see. Did other such creatures put them in the ground?
You mean the two legs, like you?
Yes.
Yeah. Of course. There would I think 4 of them. I don't know. The faces looked all weird, like they had something covering them. Looked scary,
Hmm.
like looked monsters, but they were just, I don't know, something on their faces. It was weird.
I see.
Yeah.
And did you see which direction they went after they buried the others?
There was some angry bird things, people. Bird people? I think they were bird people. I think they scared them away. They came from the canyon to the north, and they scared them away. So they I think they ran to that way over the hill and kept going. I don't. I think I saw a couple more strange faces. Things on their faces. I don't. It was really weird. Uh, Earlier, yeah, a lot of ground's been feeling weird. I don't like it.
Indeed. Well, thank you. And with that, Torin will drop 3 more berries
Oh my god!
in the
I'm
ground.
just like, oh, thank you so much. Oh,
Save 1 for later.
they're all in his mouth.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm only chewing the what? Oh, the other two for give them
Torin will
to other
stand
people.
up and he'll turn to the group and he'll say, "It seems a few days back some masked individuals buried or made these burials. They left quickly, scared off by some bird people in a canyon to the north." Does that make any sense to Torin?
Yeah, as you look to the north with your pretty keen perception, to the north would be what is known as the Sighing Valley, and it is a large canyon. Uh, you give me a history check. You have pretty easy viewpoint.
14.
Okay. Yeah, you can even almost see Red Larch from here, several miles to the west, and just kind of like a tiny outline. But several miles to the north, you can kind of spy an old, slender tower that also is being circled by birds. There's nothing else around, and you kind of see the canyon as well to the north of you. The tower, you've heard, is home to a group of individuals called the Feathergale Society, a group of knights from Waterdeep.
Hmm. And he'll point out the tower and he'll say, "It seems," what you said, Feathergale?
Feathergale Society.
Yeah. "It seems they were scared off by the knights in that tower, the Feathergales.
I
They might know more."
would also say with your history check, you would have heard, maybe never seen, but you've heard tale that in the canyons somewhere there are also actually bird people, Aarakocra, a small tribe of them,
Okay.
but they are reclusive.
Yeah. Um, while after imparting this information as it marinates in the group, um, Torin will look up while his spell is still running for a couple of minutes, and he'll call out to the circling vultures. "There's nothing here. Why do you circle?
Dead! Dead things!
Have you learned to dig? Then there is nothing for you here."
Things will come and die too.
You will have a long wait. Hunt elsewhere.
Give me a persuasion check.
Cast Moonbeam. No, I'm just kidding.
Incinerate all the vultures.
That's a persuasion check. Ooh, a
With a
6.
6.
They ignore me.
Make us!
Now we do Moonbeam.
Now the Moonbeam just frying vultures. Y'all are all like, oh my god.
We'll wait! You'll die too, and we'll eat you! Eventually!
He'll look down at the group, clear his throat from the cawing. He'll say, these vultures are stubborn and stupid.
They can go
Well, from
days
my
without
looking
eating.
around, from my looking around, it seems like these bodies were dragged from the northeast, and there looks like boot prints going off down to the east, without the bodies. So wherever they came from, it's up towards that way. There are no headstones on these graves. Let's say we dig them up, see what we can find.
And, Torin looks decidedly uncomfortable about this, but he doesn't say anything else.
Can't
I
argue
mean, I'd like
with
to
it.
see what fucking killed them. It might be helpful for us to see how they died.
I assume from many wounds.
Aye, but what kind of wounds? Was it a dagger? Was it a claw? Was it a greatsword?
For sake, you know better than I than to let the dead lie.
Aye, in a normal case I do. But it worries me here. There's no headstones. There's no sacrament here. They weren't laid to rest under any god. There's no signs. There's nothing. It's a pile of stone and a body.
Well, do it if you must, but maybe only one of them.
It
And I
doesn't
can
sit
tell you,
well.
there's nothing magical down there in those graves. They died of natural wounds of some kind, or not. He thinks about it for a second.
I mean, they could have been killed by magic, and it just hasn't stuck with them.
But why are they on this hill?
That's another good question there, Pax.
Who said that?
That was it. We're sick.
Is Lucky still on edge?
Oh yeah.
What would you have us do there, Lucky? I'm curious about these bodies, but you seem to have the vision here.
You can do whatever the fuck you'd like. I'm gonna do what I'm doing right now.
So, Steven, out of character, as I'm still trying to figure out this, like, being a holy warrior type of person, type of paladin, like, I don't know. There's
This is not a proper burial if that's what you're concerned about.
Yeah, that is what I was concerned about. To be honest, like,
I mean, there's no name. You weren't sure if they were given
no
any rights.
headstone,
There's no headstone. They are in the earth, which is in Dwarven eyes not a bad thing, not a bad way to be buried, but there's no remembrance, which is, this is not a sacred place. This is just a hillside.
because my thought is on this is like, All right, back in character. We don't even know who these folks were. They've been given no rights. They're buried in a pile of stone. If we dig them up and we find a dwarf under there, they should be given better burial than this. And if we find anybody else under there, a part of a different worship, then they should be given better final rights than this. I think we take a look and see what we can find. It will help us, and it might help them in their future, in their afterlife, if we can give them a proper burial, because they clearly weren't given one here.
As you say that, you would hear a cough come from a nearby hill as you see a man in looks to be tattered robes approach the area. Does anyone have water? And you can see dry skin, just like kind of very short, messy hair, covered in dust. No shoes. Like, what?
Hi?
Where are we?
Where's your socks?
I think they must have taken them.
I have water. And I'll kind of walk over to him and give him a skin.
What was special about your socks? Why would they want to take them?
I don't know, probably because they're evil fuckers. I mean, who else would take socks? And
Evil.
not to mention the shoes.
Evil.
Thank you for the water, and I'll take your water skin. What?
Oh, you had shoes too?
Yeah, sandals. So I didn't have socks, actually. So neither here nor there. Sorry,
It's a weird lie to tell right away meeting us.
what? You were the one who asked about socks. I'm sorry, you're right. That is weird. Where are we?
Would you like a crab apple?
Yeah, that sounds okay, but where?
We're just north of Red Larch. A
Red
couple
Larch?
miles north of Red Larch.
Oh, thank goodness. Can you point it out for me? Eyes are burnt from the sun.
Well, we can point it out for you, but if your eyes aren't working, then it's not much of a help. What are you doing out here?
I was wandering around. I was doing some hiking, and some friends of mine. It's a few days ago. I've been out here for days. It's the worst. And
You don't look too great.
no, I'm sure I don't. I've been out here for a few days, and we got. They had wings and feathers. These horrible howling winds, and they threw spears, shot arrows. They killed my friends.
Are those your friends in the graves over there?
Looks over. Nods. Yeah.
You can see them?
No, I hid in a bush for a couple of days, and then I came
What a
to.
magnificent bush.
It was a good hiding space. I guess I'm the only one who made it. All I could do was bury them with my bare hands. And you can see his hands are indeed covered in dirt and, like, very worn. It's the least I could do. And he kind of looks down. I would shed a tear if I weren't so thirsty. Thank you for the water. Red Larch, you said? That way.
Red Larch is to the south.
Would you
Not
like a
too far
crab apple?
away.
Yeah,
Just say
sure.
yes.
Yeah, yes. That sounds wonderful.
What odd question, I guess, but what like species is this person?
He's a human.
He's a human. Okay.
Whoa! It's 2025.
I know. Like, sorry. Um. So these were your friends that you buried here?
It's the least I could do for him.
Aye. It's a respectful option for you to do for him. What killed him?
Like I said, they shot arrows. I think they threw spears. They were on the backs of... He kind of looks up at the vultures. Creatures like that. Called something out, claiming to be knights. They're not.
And why?
They said we were monsters and that we should be hunted. We ran. They chased us to this hill. That's where my friends died. He'll kind of like scuffle up some of the dirt and you can see like a broken arrowhead.
So they killed you for just being you.
I said they were hunting monsters and that we were them. I don't know in what society one hunts people for sport and claims they're monsters. I need to report this to someone who can do something. Do you know if Red Larch has
Yeah.
a sheriff or a town militia guard?
They have a butcher.
I
Well,
would assume
that could
that
be
they would have a
useful.
sheriff. I would assume that they would have a sheriff,
Or constable or
but you can also
something.
report it to us, and then
Is-
we'll send you on your way.
Is there something you could do about it? Could you avenge
There might be.
my friends?
There might be. We might have to have some more information and figure out what
Well,
was going on.
Of course, anything I can tell you, I'd be more than happy to help. And he just kind
What were you doing out
he
here?
kind of sits and collapses to the ground. We were just
So
going
in
out
all
for a
this,
hike. There were 5 of us. We were honestly going on a picnic. We came from over in... Shit, what's the name of that town? Wamford. We thought we'd go to the north and go for a picnic. Maybe a couple of nights of camping.
How far away is Wamford?
About a day and a half.
So you're from Wamford and you thought you'd go for a picnic a day and a half away?
I'm not originally from Wamford. That's just where we were staying. But yeah. Just wanted to get out of town.
How long?
Wamford's honestly, there's nothing to do there. It's just a few boats and mills. I mean, the barge right's across the way, but they're kind of uppity, let's be honest.
Eh. They have good ale down there, though, so I hear.
I wouldn't know. I can't afford it.
Lucky, were you going to say something?
yeah, I was just trying to pay attention to his body language to try to see if he's telling the truth.
Give me an insight check.
Yeah, I was going to say, based on what the mouse told us, his story is
Yep.
slightly different. So I was going to do the same.
I'm going to tell Orsic that this guy is very suspicious, so we should believe every word he says. And I'm going to whisper that as loudly as possible, but in a whisper.
Don't know what that means. With an 18 insight, so his body language is... He is not tired. He is... His muscles are tense. Like he is in an odd way, even though he's collapsed on the ground, he is ready to spring like a snake. Ready to strike.
Yeah. Torin will rumble low under his breath. He'll say, "The animals do not lie."
I will.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
I'll point at Orsic and cast message. He lies. Get ready.
Is there
I'll
something
hear
you
this.
can do to help me? Like,
I'll hear this, and I'll kind of sit down. He's on the ground, right?
he's like on
Like
a
he's
he's
sat
like
down.
on a knee.
So I'll kind of like kneel down next to him, and keep in mind I'm very alert right now,
Sure.
but not showing it. And kind of put my arm around him.
Give me a
and
deception
be like,
check.
right. Deception.
Okay.
And as I put my arm around him, I'll be like, listen to me, brother. You've got nothing to fear from us. We're all your friends here. Just tell us what happened and how can we help you?
Are you hurt?
No, I'm just tired. I escaped with little to no injuries. He can help me by escorting me to Red Larch, or at least pointing me in the right direction. You've honestly helped enough. What did you come out here for? Did you come searching for us? Do people in Red Larch know about us? Have we been gone that long?
Oh, we haven't actually really been to Red Larch. We heard about some graves out here from some passing travelers, and we wanted to come over here and see what was going on.
Oh. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, I'm glad you're here.
Well, if that's all that you have for us, we were just wondering what these graves were here, and if you have any insights, any more insights onto what caused them. It appears that the footprints lead to the east.
That's where I
You happen to
ran.
see... Oh, those are your footprints.
I ran eastward and jumped into a bush. I mean, I guess it was east. I did run away.
Which way did you run away again?
I don't know. It was dark out, and it just came. It was. Which way did I was over in a bush somewhere. Kind of gestures around. I'm sorry. You're asking a lot of questions, and it's been a hazy few days.
I want to grapple this guy. I want to...
We're gonna roll initiative.
Like... Okay.
Because he is ready. You did not succeed on your deception.
Wait.
Oh, I didn't. Okay.
I guess I didn't ready it, so never mind.
He's ready.
I was too with my bow.
That's why we're rolling initiative, because everyone's ready.
Good grief.
So what I will ask for you guys to put yourselves where you are on this map.
Well, where is he?
He would have come
'Cause
from the east.
I have literally my arm around his back.
There you
and
go. He'll be right there. He came from the east.
So
Okay. Torin would be, if he came from the east, Torin would still be standing by the bush where the mouse was.
Okay. It was down here.
Like staring at this guy.
Sure.
He believes the mouse.
As you should. Okay, that's advantage. But as we roll initiative here, folks, in this tense moment,
Don't you do it.
it's 11 o'clock. We gotta, because I gotta be at work early tomorrow.
as everyone is tense in this moment, you would feel the slight rumbling of the earth as right next to and between Barazek and Furiel, you would see two large pincer-like protrusions. Well, not pincer-like. They are pincers. Pierce through the stone beneath you as the ground gives way to the form of a large insectoid-like creature. A large Ankh-egg. One of these bad boys.
Oh yeah, it's a sand lion right there.
Yeah. And that is where we're going to pick up next week. As it is actually going first. But
Right.
Yeah.
yes, a whole week of being tense. Be safe with your heart disease. Be safe with your hemorrhoids. You'll be fine.
We haven't had combat in 2 weeks, and we're gonna fucking roll right.
This one was definitely itching for it. I know it. It was definitely that whole on edge. I was like, oh, when's this guy gonna pop out? Like, he's waiting until you were about to start to dig up the grave. He's like, all right, he's got to say something now. So, either way, folks, thank you so much for sticking around and watching. Join us next time for more Princes of the Apocalypse. Good night, Internet.
I knew it.
Here we go.